So I recently watched the Superman, which was released last year, and it is a movie which is the first one after the reboot of DC Universe, DC Cinematic Universe, I would say. So I wanted to put my thoughts on the movie, share my opinion, which is very raw. I didn't really research much about other criticisms or reviews of the movie, and I thought it would be interesting to talk about something fun. So let's start with it. So firstly, talking about the positives of the movie, I felt like that the movies cinematics, movies production quality, the VFX style or the aesthetics of the movie felt very good. Bright vibe to it was very suiting to the ideology of Superman. Superman's identity, or I would say ideology, philosophy of him, and the vibe of Superman is kind of bright. So you would expect so the bright vibe or bright aesthetic of the movie actually suits the character. I also like how we have many characters, and there are so many characters which are very interesting, and we have these side characters which are also interesting, like the Green Lantern, Mr. Incredible. But now talking about the negatives, I think that the movie does a very bad job at explaining characters, and they just like introduce many characters and then forget that the characters also need some depth, some development to the characters, and all characters feel shallow, and they are just like going from one scene to another and not having much complexity, and it's very simple to think of a character in the movie that you can just template or just name this or title this character something, and you don't expect anything new from him or any change from the character. Superman himself, the main character, feels very shallow to me, that he's very simple, he's very fixed, he's very rigid on his thinking and his thoughts and perspectives, and he doesn't try much to understand others and different perspectives. His argument with Lewis, you can see him very being very naive. He doesn't really entertain much of what others are thinking of him, and what the world thinks of him of his actions and all. His rigidity is also a proof of Superman being Superman, I think, because he's totally fixed on his ideology and philosophy that hope is above all, and his optimism and this thinking that all humans are able and capable of good. If the characters were developed better, I think that the movie would have been significantly better. More depth to Superman's character would have been better. He just feels very shallow. And tell me about your opinions, your perspective, or anything you would like to argue about in the comments below. And thank you for watching.